From the people who visited the yeshiva and said a shir in the yeshiva was Arav Mordechai Eliyahu. His connection to Lubavitch and to the Rebbe is very, very well known. But when he was in the yeshiva and he said a shir, he spoke very, very warmly about the Rebbe. Actually, before he started the shir, when I introduced him, I said, I apologize. I'm speaking in Hebrew. My Hebrew is not so good, but I apologize, but I'm doing it in honor of the Rav of Harav Eliyahu. When he started speaking, he said, I want to mention that when the Rebbe spoke to me, the first thing that the Rebbe said, he said the exact same thing. The Rebbe apologized for speaking his Hebrew not so good, but he's doing it in his honor. And later on during the shir, he spoke about the Rebbe, and he spoke very, very warmly about the Rebbe. The truth is, he also, at that time, spoke at a big gathering here in Miami. I think it was for a Yutas Kislev that year, maybe it's Yuchvat, a big gathering that we had. And he spoke there also very, very warmly, told over things, his connection to the Rebbe. He mentioned even, I remember, that once the Rebbe called him, and by him it was the middle of the night, and the first thing the Rebbe said to him on the telephone was that, are you before Tikun Chatzos or after Tikun Chatzos? But his connection to the Rebbe was beyond anything that you could imagine. Also, Harav Bakshi Daron, who was also a chief rabbi in Eretz Yisrael at a certain time, also was in the yeshiva by us, gave a shir in the yeshiva, a very, very nice shir. And also, at the end of the shir, he spoke about the Rebbe and he spoke about Lubavitch very, very warmly. Also, Harav Yitzchak Yosef, who's the present Rav Roshi in Eretz Yisrael, Svardish Rav Roshi, also was in the yeshiva, spoke for a long time. I think it was an hour and a half that he spoke. I even remember the Yonim that he spoke about the difference between Minhagi Ashkenaz and Minhagi Sfard, and if you're allowed to change, whatever, all kinds of things, very interesting. And at the end, he also spoke about the Rebbe, spoke about Lubavitch very warmly. But I was surprised also, pleasantly surprised, how familiar he was with all the Rebbe's in Yonim, the Rebbe's Shittas, Benegei Kabat Tairich, and all other kinds of things of the Rebbe's Shittas. He was familiar. And the emissaries, Harav Bakshi Daron also, when I spoke to him, he also showed a very big kiyas in the Rebbe's Inyonim and the Rebbe's Teire. This shows how much they learned the Rebbe's Teire and how familiar they are with the Rebbe's Teire, and that all shows their connection to Lubavitch.